Have you ever wanted to be able to track activities or track your orders or sales across a number of activities or tasks? Well, you're not alone because this is something I've also struggled with in AppSheet. AppSheet doesn't have any default view that helps you visually see at what point your activity, in this case, your session, is within a list of steps, right? So what I have done is to create a custom visual that allows you to see at what point your session or sales or orders or delivery is within a steps or a set of steps that has to be completed, right? So over here, for each session, you can see that there are different levels of completion, right? And then you can easily visualize what needs to be done in order to get it overboard. Now over here, for instance, the session has just been created. So once the session is created, automatically set to one, right? Then what we need to do is now we need to confirm the date that has been set. So this is the session created date, confirm that. So when you set this to yes and you click save, then it checks the next box, which is confirmed date, right? The next item on the agenda is to assign a coach, right? Now, if you jump the gun and you go on to create an event, so let's say I come here, when I come here and I set an event on Friday and I save, it doesn't check that, right? What happens is that you need to assign a coach before that to be checked. And once you assign a coach, this tool will automatically be checked. So if I come here and I assign a coach, let's say coach A, and I say this, you notice that what this is checked, and because this is already done, it was checked. If I come here and I clear this, and I click save, this is going to sync. Yes, you see, 4 is on, and then now it's just 3. If I come back and I assign this a new date, let's say on Tuesday next week, 4 is checked, right? Good. The next step is to create a meeting link, right? Now, this is just a sample link I created using just the phrase zoommeeting.com slash, then I added a unique ID, right? So once I click this button, that link will be created over here. So I'm just going to click this and the link is created over here. You notice this, good. And the last thing you need to do is you need to send out this invite to a particular email. So when you click send email, it says, hey, please know that once you see the address and email of the meeting link, an email of the meeting link will be sent to the address provided. Would you like to send email? So when you click the send email and you provide the person's name. So let's say google at gmail.com and I click save. Good. Then it sends out the invite or it sends an email. Good. So at that point, whoever takes this can see that, oh, this particular session has gone through all the steps that need to be completed for it to know that everything is done. So guys, that's what we want to do in this particular video. Let's go into AppSheet. Okay, so we are in AppSheet currently, and then this is the sample sheet or sample app we're going to use. We have two sheets over here. We have our data over here that has the various columns, and then we have another particular interesting table called trackers. Okay, now let's visualize them in the spreadsheet. So I'm going to click here and say view data source. Good, let me expand this. Okay, so right here we have session ID, client name, session dates, dates confirmed on, then we have e-date, we have coach assigned, we have event created, meeting link, and then send client invite. Good. So these are all the things that need to be completed for the session to be fully completed. Good. And over here we have trackers. We have trackers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we have tracker images. Is that okay? Good. Now you'll be wondering what these images are. So let's go back into our app and let's come to trackers. Good. Now for each particular level, we have the tracker or the view or the visual created already. You get it? So level 1, that's the session created. This is checked. All these are unchecked. Level 2, these two are checked. Level 3, and so on and so forth. You get it? So what happens is that when a particular task is completed, right, it just takes the level the task is at, right, and then it looks up the image that is appropriate for that particular level, and then visualize it. And that's it. That is the whole trick, and that's how it's supposed to work. Okay, so at this point, you can actually end the video because you probably understand how it works, right? But I'm going to show you how you can create this and then how you can incorporate everything in there. Okay, so how did I create this? If you come into PowerPoint, okay, it's very simple. So this is the visual that was created, right? And then I just took screenshots of these. Is that okay? So now let me show you how I did this. So I'll come here to insert, come here to shapes, and you want to insert a circle. That's the first step. So insert a nice looking circle. And then you use your theme color to fill up the circle. So if maybe your theme color is purple, you want to use purple. If it is red, your app theme color. When I say your app theme color, what I mean is, so currently my theme color is green, right? If I'm using blue, then what I want to do is I'll make sure this particular shape is blue or that same color of what of blue. In this case, I'm using this color of green, right? So that's what I use. Good. Now I'm going to set the outline to the same color of green as well, like this. Good. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a line. So come here to shapes. Okay. Let me expand this by the way. And then I'm just going to insert a line here this way. Good. Okay. Now I'm going to make the line green as well. Good. Now, if you like, you can also increase the weight of the line. So maybe make it a bit thicker like this. Good. And then let's say I reduce this a bit. Oh, let's leave it. Okay, so make it thicker, leave it like this. Good. So now what you want to do is you now want to also bring in your check mark, right? So for mark, it's Control Command Space Bar. That brings the emojis. You just want to select that. For Windows, it is Windows and then the full stop. Good. So you have this in place. Now what you want to do is just copy this. Come here and paste Control V this way. And then you want to remove this guy off. And then you want to say no fill over here this way. Good. You want to copy this as well. Paste Control V like that. You always need to make sure they are well aligned. Is that okay? Are they? Yeah. Okay. So you have something like this. Good. Now, once you have this, all you need to do is just highlight these two. Control D. Can also copy. Just bring this. Make sure it's well aligned. Right. Control D. Control D. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that okay? Now this depends on the number of steps that needs to be completed for your session or for your order or for your sales or delivery to be completed, right? In my case, I have 6, so that's why I'm doing it this way. Good. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is insert a text box over here, and I'm just going to input over here. So step 1, create sessions like this. Is that okay? So, and then I'm just going to reduce this until it's very small, like that. And then probably just do this. Bring this beneath this, like this. Good. And then you want to align center. You want to, yeah, align center that way. Good. So once this is done, you can copy this Control D. Okay, drag this here. You have step number 2. You say, okay, this is to confirm dates. Okay, this way. Make sure these two are aligned well. You can expand it a bit so that it fits nicely. Yeah. Control D. Bring this here. 3. Is what assign coach this way. All right. Control D. 4. You say create events, right? And you do on so on and so forth. Now, when you're done, You want to hold the command key or control key, right? Select all of them, and then you want to align them. So you come here, you come to align, and you see you want to align top. Good. This will make sure that they're all well aligned. Good. So now that you have this well aligned and then you well placed, all you do is when you complete the first one, right? So you just highlight everything this way. So you highlight everything this way. Everything is selected, right? Then you come to arrange. Then you come to group. Then you group everything. And that's your first one. You copy down Control D. You just copy, bring this down. You select the next box this way, right? You come here to fill this to green, and then you check it. So Control Command, then space bar for Mac, and then Windows V, Windows dots for Windows. That's for the emojis, I mean. Okay, so like this way, select the next box, and then you want to check in this way. Yeah. So you basically go through this process and you do this for each and every one of them, right? Now, when you're done, you can just select one, right click, right? And then you save as an image. So you just click this and you can name it. So level 1, right? Then you choose where you want to save this. I say I want to save this on my desktop this way, and I click save. Now, if you do it this way, what happens is that images are the same size. So when you transition from one to another, it's smooth. Other than that, if you try to screenshot, it's harder. Okay. So I'm just going to do this, save this as level 2, desktop, save, and I'm going to save this, save as image, level 3. I'm going to save. You notice that's good. So you're going to do all this for all 6, just like I've done over. You just duplicate and then you check all of them. Good. Now, once you are done with that, then you can come back into your app and then you create this view. So you have, let me just clear this over here, come here, and I'm just going to refresh this particular. So regenerate table structure. Good. So in the tracker data, there's nothing there. So I'm going to come here. This is going to be level 1. And I'm going to select my level 1 image this way. Open. You see this? And I'm saving. Good. So this is level 1. You see that? And then you're going to do the same thing for all levels. So level 2, come here, select this, open, save. This way, right? Level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6, all the way. Good. Now, let me bring back what I had. And then let's use that rather, because I haven't completed this version. Good. So now we have our trackers in here. That's basically the process of creating our trackers. So we have our trackers in here, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, and level 6. Good. Now that you have your trackers in here, all you want to do is now create a field in your data or sessions that will determine where each session is within the 6 levels. So we're going to come here to data. Is that okay? Good. And we're going to create a field. Okay, so you're going to create a virtual column. So add virtual column and say tracker level. Good. Now, we always write the if formula starting from the very least level, the level that everyone is going to pass through first. That's level number 1. So we're going to say that, good. If basically, if the session is created, it's 1. Is that okay? So we know that every session that's created is automatically 1. So we're going to say that's good. After session being created, the next thing that has to be done is, let's look at this. The next thing that has to be done is to confirm the date. Is that okay? So we're going to say date confirmed on, right? If the date confirmed on, is not equal to yes. Is that okay? Because the date confirmed on is yes and no. So if it's not equal to yes, if you've not even confirmed the date, then this guy is a one. So let's start off there. So he's a one. If the date is not equal to y, it's basically a one. Good. The next step after confirming the dates, right, is to assign a coach, I believe. Let me just confirm again. Yes, date, assign coach, create an event. Okay, good. Assign a coach. So if this is equal to blank, so once this is yes, it moves on to the next step. If this is equal to blank, then let's leave this as two. So we can use ifs actually. So ifs, this is equal to y, 1, this is equal to 1, 2. Good. The next step, if event created on is equal to blank, then leave this guy at 3. So if date is not equal to y, 1. If coach has not been assigned, then the guy is in 2 because that means date has been confirmed. But the guy is in 2. Is that okay? Good. If event created on is equal to blank, then he's at 3. Is that okay? Good. The next step, okay, after creating the event, I believe is to schedule a meeting. Yeah, create a meeting. So if meeting link is equal to blank, so the meeting link has not been created, then the guy is on 4. Is that okay? Good. Now, if meeting link has been created, but it has not been sent out, so send client event, okay, is equal to blank, then what you're going to say is the person's on 5. Right. Now, if send blank, you write is not blank, then the person is 6. Good. So this is how you're going to do the condition. I'm going to click this and save. Click this and done. Good. Now, let's just make sure some things are in place. So session created, it's date, date confirmed on yes and no. Fine. Good. Coach assigned. Let's make it an enum. And I'm going to provide quick ones. So coach A, coach B, coach C, coach D. Is that okay? Good. So those are drop downs you're going to select from events, it's a date, meeting link. Good. So meeting link is also a text. That's fine. We can make it a URL. You know what? Let's make it a URL. I have a feeling if you make it a URL, AppSheet is going to struggle to know whether it's blank or not. Is that okay? So I'm going to wrap this. Let me come back here. I'm going to wrap this in a text. Meeting link. Let me see. Text. So it works. Save. Done. Good. Send invites. Good. That's a text. That's fine. And then number tracker. It's number. Good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add another virtual column. Is that okay? Over here. Now this virtual column is going to be an image column. So that's going to bring tracker image. I'm going to set this to blank for now. Good. Now it's going to use the number to pull the image. Is that okay? So the best thing to do to make it easy is to set the number to a ref. Right? And I'm going to set it to the data, the trackers column table as a ref over here. So the key here should be the level, good, and the image, good. So once it's a ref, we can use AppSheet's lookup architecture. That's simple by saying tracker level, which is a ref, dot image. Good. Click save over here. Click done. Save. Good. So in that case, just like that, each of them will have their levels. So you see, this is track what number 5. So you see, all this is checked till number 5. If I change this, this is number 2. So cha 2. If I go on to the next one, this is number 1 checked. Do you get it? This is a number 1. This is on number 5. This is checked. This is number 1. Good. All right, now basically we are done. The last bit I did was just to create action buttons that helps me to visualize or complete these things quickly so that we can see it move from one point to another. So let me do that as well for those who are interested in that aspect. But in essence, basically that's how it's done. So you just need a field that tracks the level, and then you have a column that will pull in the image over here. Come to think of it, I can put the image at the top. So if I come here to trackers, right, instead of letting the bottom over here, you can also come to trackers details, I believe, or data details, one of the two. Yeah, it's data details. And then I'm going to say main image is going to be my tracker image this way. So I've put it over here. It looks weird, right? Don't worry. We just come here and we'll set this to fit. It's okay, good. And then now it fits in nicely. So let's save this. Good. So now this is at the top here. You don't need to scroll to the bottom and you can see what each session's level. Okay, now we'll come here to action buttons and quickly create some actions. The first one is to create a confirm action. So we say confirm date like this. Good. So this is on the date confirmed on. Good. We're just going to use the input function. Input function is just say confirm date. The input function is one of the functions I honestly do not understand its syntax, how it works, right? I don't know, it's just weird for me. Okay, I'm just going to say confirm, confirm. Okay, let's use this. Good. So confirm. So when I click this is checked to yes. Okay, good. All right, the next one is to assign a coach. Let's duplicate this guy. Let's say assign coach. Good. And then let's just change this to coach assigned. Change this to assign coach. Okay. Save this like this. Come here to display. So it's coach or person this way. I want one. Yeah, this works. That's the next one. The next one is create an event. So just duplicate this as well. Event created on create events like this, save, and I'm just going to say create events like this. And I'm going to change the behavior or the display to calendar like this. Good. Like that. And then the next one is to schedule a meeting. Duplicate. So generate meeting link. For this one, they're not going to make an input, right? So I'm just going to create a custom link. So I honestly do not know if this is how Zoom creates its zoommeeting.com slash, and I'm just going to concatenate this with a unique URL, unique ID, I mean. Good. So once the person clicks on this, it creates a link for the person. So I'm just going to say link like this. Generate link. Good. I'm going to say last one. Let's use this one. Duplicate. And then send client invite. Just going to say provide client email. This way. I'm going to click save. So email client like this, and then come here. Let's say email. You can use this. Okay, good. So if you click on this, let me just click save. Okay, good. So let's try something that was blank. Good. So this is blank gamma. This is a session has been created fresh. Now we click this, click yes, click save. That's confirmed. Good, right? Now we come to assign a coach. Click here, select B, then save. For some reason, before it syncs, 4 always syncs first. or it pops up first before it goes away. I'm not quite sure what the reason is, but it goes away. Then you click create events. Let's say event is going to be, let's say next week Wednesday. Good. Once that sync, we have this in place. Now, schedule meeting automatically has checked. Now, this is why I was actually concerned. You see, it has checked even though we haven't scheduled the meeting, and that's because of the data type we are using, which is URL. If I change this to text, right, and I save this, good. You see, it's gone away. You get it. So, I don't know. It seems the text URL doesn't work too well with this particular formula. We can also try, I think it's blank. It's blank is also is a function in AppSheet that tells whether something is blank. So when we take this off, it's blank this way, right? And let's check if it will work with the URL. Save. Okay, so it's blank actually works. So we can use this blank instead of using equal to nothing. Now click generates. Okay, action failed. Let's see why this failed. No, not set event. It's meeting link. Okay, so then click generate. Good. And that is checked. All right. The last one, when you click this, oh, we haven't fixed this as well. Send email to invites. Let's save this. Good. When I claim this, I provide a person's email, daniel@gmail.com. Click save. Good. And then all 6 steps are checked. All right, guys, so this is about it. This is how you can create this progress tracker in AppSheet. Very simple, very straightforward, and I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you've learned something new. So thank you for joining me in this video. Please leave a comment, like, subscribe, share, tell somebody about AppSheet and more. I really appreciate your support so far, and I know we can do more. Thank you, and I hope to see you in the next video. Take care. Bye, guys.